was busy. Just
The whole
started.
whole year.
Yeah, the whole started.
Everybody's gone.
I walked through the door. I was
Yeah.
good
Did
for
you walk
30.
through the door?
I was good for 30 seconds. 7 o'clock.
I walked through the door.
And then I made a comment. I was ruined.
I thought they started the roof on the top hall.
Oh, they're cranking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been hammering all week.
Funny bad wood up there.
A couple of sheets. And, yeah, I mean, I haven't been like Doug and Wayne and the guys are all over this, but I heard a couple of panels or a couple of sheets had to be removed and replaced.
Time to get them.
Yeah.
It's a good time of the year to do roofs. It's too hot.
They were actually out there today with like, hoods on and stuff
Yeah.
because, I mean, I'm on roof.
It's always sunny.
Yeah.
It's gonna stink.
Yeah.
Rainy and windy, that's not what you want to
They're
be.
pretty quick. They run between the drops.
Now, who's the judges there? I guess they swan dive off.
And the ropes. Died 100-foot ropes behind them. Yeah.
I was up at a Cape last week, and there's a house at the beach up there, 3 stories tall, always windy, cold, bayside. And I hear a lot of banging and, just happened to look up and there's a guy tapping, and another guy with one of those long extended shovels to remove
Right.
shingles, things like this. And he's on a pitch that a mountain goat would have liked. No harness.
Oh,
Split like this, one hand went
No
just like
way.
a bullbar. Yeah. I looked
Yeah.
and I looked at the dog and I said, no, I'm not looking.
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah.
ride anymore.
it's not his.
I don't even want to hear it.
It's got a death wish.
Oh,
Yeah. That's scary, especially if you take a shingle, because I took my roof off, but I had a 4-on-12, like it's a ranch. Still, you have shingles loose around,
Well,
and then
plus
you get,
you get the aggregate.
and then
come
the
off
granules.
Come off the
Absolutely.
top. Oh, yeah, forget it.
Hey, even if he slipped back, he just would have fallen.
Yeah.
Down 22, 25 feet. Mine says 701. Alina, we all
We're good.
ready to go?
Yeah.
Or-
I think you're recording right now too.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
already
okay.
got us.
And I'll call the meeting to order. I need approval of the minutes from September 11th.
Make a motion, we approve the meeting minutes.
Is that on too?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I'm going to abstain.
Didn't read it.
I didn't go.
That doesn't matter. You can still read the minutes.
I don't know. Right.
All right, audience of citizens, we have none.
I checked my name.
Dog.
It was absent.
We didn't miss
Thank you.
it. 240 Kensington Road. I don't know, Mike or Doug?
I guess, Doug, he's on. And Doug, I handed around the proposal that Brian had sent us last year that includes the CA for the town hall roof and the library.
Yeah. As far as roofing, if the committee's in agreement to include the CA now, that'd be wonderful.
For which project?
Are you talking about for re-roofing or for the PD?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Go
Yeah,
back to the
for project 2, actually spoke to Brian tonight. He apologizes for not being able to join. He had a conflict, but they're still on track to follow the schedule for design documents to get out the bid for around the first of the year. So he's working with his MEP engineer and PD staff on that still. As far as downstairs project 1, Millennium hopes to have all the paperwork submitted and closed out for next month. They have been working on the punch list items. They've closed out a few of them. There's a couple still outstanding, and we should be good for next month to hopefully close out the paperwork.
Okay.
Is there any major outstanding issues left down there, Doug?
No, just a couple ceramic tile repairs in the dispatch restroom, and I'm trying to think what else. Oh, the in the restroom, the partition in the restroom, and a couple minor items that they're working on.
Yeah, I thought I saw some doors that weren't closing right or something like that, but it was relatively minor.
Yeah, the major stuff's been addressed. We have the hard copy O&Ms, so we're pretty close. They got a little bit behind this month. They're trying to get everything before you for tonight's meeting, but they said for next month that's the goal. Finally,
You all set for heating season?
we're getting close. Yeah, we're firing up stuff this week and next week, and chasing a few open items, but pretty good shape so far as the cold weather's coming and nor'easter on Sunday and Monday for holiday weekend.
It's not looking at you. We'll hear from Chief of Police. All right, anything else on that, Doug?
No, that's it for Project One. Thank you.
Okay, Board of Ed, HVAC upgrades.
You want to keep going, Doug?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, as far as, kickoff and weekly meetings, those are underway. Ceilings are down, piping's happening. I don't know if Patrick's on tonight. He wants to chime in on anything. Is Patrick on tonight or?
No, but do you want to send that the second person and just bring them on, and maybe there's Patrick, you're not the second attendee, are you?
No, this is Ursula.
Oh, Ursula's on
Oh,
tonight. Hi, Ursula.
I was traveling to getting my microphone to work.
Okay, Ursula's with Newfield.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm with you.
Brian and Patrick. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Patrick and Brian, they had other arrangements this evening, so I am the kind of person that will just to give you highlights about the two projects.
Oh, okay. Great.
Okay, so as the dog said, we are in the process of taking the ceiling panels down in the corridors and connecting to the classrooms for the piping layout. We also included isolation valves on the existing high water lines. And the heating water lines have been refilled today in Griswold, and I think they're in the process doing that for Hubbard. Otherwise, they probably already did. I think Jeff was
You know
scheduling.
what, Ursula? I think they did that Tuesday.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
So they did it today in Griswold. I'm not sure. I think also it was their president for any leaks or anything that need to be adjusted. And so we have some lead times for the chillers and then electrical gear. For the electrical gear, we're waiting for Eversource to review. They have some changes in their equipment, how they go about it to connecting to existing. Plus, we have the solar panels that we have to look at and take into the consideration for any change in the transformers hooking up and the new gear. And let's see what else we got here.
If you have some of the lead times there, I think these guys would be.
Yes. Yep. I have a list. So, for example, the chillers are between the 36 weeks. Switch gears depends on the Eversource approval and any additional equipment installations. That's 26 weeks. And the unit ventilators, that's 12 weeks.
Is that from approval?
Yes. So unit ventilators are released, and for Griswold, and same thing with the chillers. And chillers for Hubbard are released, and they're not gonna get to Hubbard till sometime in summer.
All right, so you can send us the dates and when they're going to be on site.
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
And I'll just add a little color commentary. Both, when the ceilings came down, they weren't as bad as Willett was as far as the spaghetti and the unclosed boxes. So I know Save More in Hubbard, they're just going to do it because there's only a couple of boxes. You know, they said unless it gets really, that a lot of it, but he said they went around and they're just going to just do it as part of the job.
Did the inspector walk in?
Yeah, well, I think they had the inspectors go through and the fire marshals go through. They're also dealing with the sprinkler heads. They have some issues with that, Save More at Hubbard. So they're trying to, Allstate did let the ceiling pads and the sprinkler heads turn down. But Save More, there's some going back and forth with the fire marshal on that, whether they want to flip them up or they want to hang them. So there's still a discussion going on. And there was a discussion too about Save More about possibly being a change order, but then Brian slammed the door shut on that, which was very nice yesterday with highlighting things, saying it's in the job, and then sending a picture of what Allstate did at Griswold. So anyway, so there's some back and forth on that. Anything else, Ursula, that popped up that these guys might?
The only thing for Griswold is, I think, Mike, you're gonna take a look for the tree removal.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna. What's the
They
open
looked
item on
into
that?
it, yes. Next week, they have a vendor to come and take a look at it next week, and they'll move forward and start with removal probably within 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah, and that's in the job.
Correct.
I just make a recommendation too, that based on what we're going through at Willard with the cooling towers, that we apply that same lessons learned to this project as well.
As far as the noise or the trees?
With the noise.
Yeah,
Well,
the trees
they
don't-
actually had a noise consultant come in and design it. And Morgan Acoustics, who I got the quote for Willard.
Yeah.
They did.
They did Hubbard.
Yeah, they did.
Did
No,
they-
they did Griswold
Griswold too?
and Hubbard.
Okay.
Yeah, they were on both. They were brought in by, I don't know if they were some of CAES or Fryer, but they actually spec'd out a higher wall and acoustical CMU. So that was to make sure that the noise ordinance, the levels for the noise ordinance weren't going to get exceeded. We won't know until the chillers start running, but that was already done
As long as they
proactively.
ran an analysis on
Oh, they did? Yeah.
But they're planning zoning too, I guess.
Yep. And in fact, that had to be to planning and zoning.
it.
And
That was
Is that a new law?
yeah, it came out
It wasn't
in,
there with
no,
Willard. That's
it
why
was-
Willard is sort of after the fact.
Willard was designed before the noise ordinance existed. It was designed. And then when it came on board, I think it was the summer that the chiller was installed. I think it was 2024, whatever. So that was, yeah. So unfortunately, it's a lesson learned.
And then the vegetation came down.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So, and we do have another issue at Willard, which I have to deal with that's on my end. But the tree that's right by the chiller enclosure
Saw that.
has been clogging up. The leaves have been coming down because it's kind of like branches are over and it's coming down inside the enclosure and clogging up the intakes. So anyway, so there's a whole thing with the neighbor in the back. What?
Does it have an X on it?
Not yet.
No. I thought
Well,
I saw something on it.
Well, there was a ribbon around it.
A ribbon. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
yeah. And then actually there was a posting by the tree warden, and then a neighbor in the back was also complaining about the noise, objected because he thought that would get rid of some of the screening, the visual, and also the noise. So anyway, so we said we're going to hold off on that.
I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
Get a powerful leaf blower and blow the leaves off the damn tree.
Well,
out into the field.
Yeah, well, we have to wait till they come down. So,
Could help them.
So-
I know, it's not one thing, it's another.
yeah. Ursula, are you familiar with the Willard project and the PCOs coming in?
No, I am not.
Okay, all right. Because some of the discussion items tonight will be on the PCOs coming from Willard, which are credits back to the town. So they're actually in your folder there.
I have so
Money-
much stuff here.
I know.
Otherwise,
So,
I'm gonna get
It look. That's why I wish Patrick was here. So there's.
We're not here yet, though.
Hang on. Let's see where it is.
It's on a roll.
Hang on. Let me go get him. God, keep talking.
This is what happens when nobody submits stuff in a timely fashion. We'll do it next one. We'll do it next
Yeah,
one.
I experience that all the time.
I'm sure you do.
The job's closed down, they want to send the bills.
And they want to be paid for it.
Just a couple more items as far as Hubbard's filled and fired as far as the heating loop and the boilers. Griswold, they filled and fired tonight. There was one leak on the Union upstream of a valve. They're going to address that later, but we're okay other than that, considering everything that was done.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody was very diligent with the time they had.
Excellent.
It's good.
Okay. So we have a PCO number 17, which I think is in your folder.
So
Yeah, it is a credit of $5,400. And it is for a deduct for the hot water isolation valves that they didn't have to put in. And it's, I guess, 102 hot water isolation valves taken out of change order number 1. So that's something to come back. And I think, how do you want to do a change order?
Well, why don't I do this?
What?
I have to do all these things.
Right.
Because that's next on the agenda. I don't want to get Lisa or Lena all upset that we are going out of order. So why don't I just take all the invoices and when I
Okay.
get to them, because there's another
Okay.
credit for 107.
Right, I know. But I wanted to at least explain what they
Yeah,
were.
these are,
Yeah.
these are more or less.
It's money coming back.
Right?
Yeah, money coming back. Yeah. The second one is for unused allowance credit of 107,000 and change. So,
Okay.
That's,
Well, let me just go through
which
them
is-
so we get
yeah.
rid of these things.
Okay.
Is there anything left in the account once we've all go through all these change orders?
In Willard?
Yeah.
Well, this money will come back into it. But there is money in the elementary schools. I think the way Kevin has it set up, it's like one account. I asked him because I wanted to use money, leftover money from Willard, if there was something left in that line item for the noise study. And he said, you have to wait till money comes back into that from here. So this is kind of good news.
So what's the total on that?
On coming back,
Coming back is
107 plus 5,
It's just a
112.
deduct the change order to the base contract amount.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yep.
And this is just the paperwork to show where the money's coming
Right.
from.
So do we have to do a change order form for that? Like an actual,
You have to do a deductive change order.
okay, all right.
Well, I don't think it has to come here, just for the file.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
This will suffice for the
This is
file.
the backup for the change.
oh, yeah, yeah. So this is good news. So we'll get like $112,000, $113,000 coming back into that.
Well, let's get to the invoices and we'll include those in the discussion.
Who is the project manager for this was, which firm? On that job?
Oh, Newfield. Yeah.
And they reviewed these?
Yeah, this came
Yeah.
from them. Yeah. Yeah, this was sent by Patrick. So it was along with a ton of invoices.
And is this new now, sending the lien
Did-
waivers?
No, they've been doing that the whole time.
Well, we don't ever see it here, please must keep
Uh,
it.
Everyone, some.
Well, they may have been attached to the back of the invoices.
Yeah, but
Yeah. They've been,
I don't remember seeing them. Oh, maybe
Willard?
they are, 'cause she sends 3 copies and there's 5 pieces of paper and I never look at the last.
yeah. Willard, they were sending them, and I think it's just their SOP. And Ursula,
Yes?
do you always send the lien waivers on your payment
Yes, we
app?
do with all the applications, correct.
I'm just not used to seeing yellow.
Yeah. Well, I printed them out in color. I don't know if Lisa does, but
But you get an increase in the budget, you have a color print.
listen, these were printed out about 45 minutes ago.
30 years I've been here,
You
my
didn't know how to
paycheck's still
change
not back in that.
I know. Don't worry.
You got a color
It's in the process. All
I
right.
think it's something wrong, like I owe money.
You noticed it.
All right. Without further ado, we have an application from August, Newfield Construction.
And the schools are in the black box on the right-hand
Yeah.
side, so it's, it says Griswold.
So this one is for Griswold and it's $6,500. Signed off by Patrick.
Make a motion, we pay the invoice for $6,500.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Also from August, we have an application for payment on Hubbard, also in the amount of $6,500.
Make a motion, we pay $6,500.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, anybody opposed? September, Griswold, we have an application. So it should be 30. $28,531.14.
Make a motion, we pay the bill.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And the last one from Newfield is for Hubbard, again, for the end of September 29th, in the amount of $28,531.14.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So that leaves them about $425,000 to finish on this school. It should be plenty based upon what we've heard from Doug. All right, the next payment is a aforementioned credit from All States Construction. Willard for $5,447.
Make a motion, we take it.
Accept it?
We'll take that.
You're gonna pay it? You're gonna take it?
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And the next one from Allstate is a credit for $107,575.
Motion to approve.
That's for the valves.
That is unused allowance credit. Yeah.
Make a motion, we pay. Or
Take it.
Take the deduct.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. That pretty much makes Allstate, and we're almost.
Yeah,
done with
that
payments.
they're
This
up
is
to
it.
date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally. All right, the next one we have is a payment application from Allstate Construction for Griswold.
And as you'll note, the cover sheet is the sign-offs from Fryer, BL, and Newfield. So, and that's gonna be the case for all of the contractor invoices that come.
This is gonna be standard from now
Yeah,
on?
standard, yeah.
Okay, good.
Finance wants the sign-offs because the architect isn't the prime. We have individual contracts, so they're signing off individually.
This is good, we want to chase them later.
Right.
All right, so this payment is for, request is for $234,445.75. Doug, you guys, and Mike, you looked at it, you're all right with it?
Yep.
There's no architect, it's the three contractors, and I guess we're gonna get more direction from you. Making sure you guys are okay.
Yeah. All states ahead of Save More in their on-site work. They started earlier.
All right.
So you'll see a discrepancy between Save More
Right.
and Allstate, between the two schools.
Yeah, it's two
Yeah.
different, yeah.
Motion to approve.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The next one is from Save More for Hubbard, signed off by DL Fryer and Newfield. The amount of $48,825. What was that for?
Save More for Hubbard for the first application.
Oh, it's a payout. This is,
Yeah.
make a motion, we pay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. And then this is a second payment application from Save More. We only have one from Allstate for Griswold.
Yeah.
We have two for.
Yeah.
okay. So this is a second payment application from Save More for Hubbard, the amount of same, $48,400. Actually, a little bit less, $48,453.
Make a motion, we pay it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Who's signing off on that on our side,
For who?
requisition?
I will be, once Tom signs, I countersign it.
So like the pre-approval process, who's going through that? Is it you and Doug or?
I take a look at them. Yeah, and I don't know if Doug goes through, but he's actually in the schools seeing what's, closer to the job than I am. but you have Patrick and Ursula who are looking through these as well.
Newfield,
Yeah,
right.
from Newfield,
We
yeah.
also have Fryer and BL, but I'm,
Yeah.
high degree of confidence.
Yeah.
Newfield's work.
Well,
Patrick signs off on it.
Yeah, well, they're the CM. so-
Yeah.
Like we're also, like you said, Tom and everyone, we're looking at them too, what they're billing against as far as in comparison to completion. So we're all kind of triple checking each other.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I have a high degree of confidence that if you guys are uncomfortable with recommended payment, that you would say so. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's always been that way since I've been here, so. All right. Next request for payment is from, for Griswold, from BL Companies.
Yeah,
For
they're doing
Griswold
the MEP,
Yeah.
construction and admin.
For $8,125, so it's their first application.
This is for coverage?
This
No,
is for Griswold.
From August to September.
Oh.
So this, actually, it's the full invoice too, but they didn't
Well, you know what they did? I think what they did was,
bill anything the first one.
no,
Oh, they said they did.
they have the
They
same, yeah. We might have to have them adjust their numbering going forward, because they really should be 1 and 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told them, because we have separate POs,
Right.
split each school, you know.
They got separate job invoice numbers.
I know, but, and the invoice number isn't, it's different, but
And
they
got
really,
different
that should be
project-
1.
And they got different project numbers, so they should.
So why don't, do you want me to have them correct that after we approve
Look,
it?
it's 800, I don't mind approving the payment. I don't think there's anything wrong.
Yeah.
I just think they don't know how to fill out paperwork.
So,
At least they don't know how to do it for Kevin. Maybe they should sit with Kevin and have him give
yeah,
them
well,
a primer on how they should look.
Yeah.
You know, I
and,
don't want to not pay them because we're being persnickety, but we have to be because somebody's going to audit this later, and if we
Right.
don't do it now, we'll never do it.
so I'll have them adjust the numbering of the invoice
Okay.
for this one here, for the Griswold.
How about if I can
Invoice.
make a suggestion? We approve it in concept here, and then when you get the new number, call me up and I'll come.
Okay,
sign it.
all right, yeah, because we want the sequence to be right for both schools, and it's starting off a little ahead.
Everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Deal.
So then I need a motion to approve in concept $8,125 for
Once,
BL.
I make a motion once everything's adjusted and you can sign it.
Second,
I second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. And now we have another bill from BL. This is for Hubbard. This looks a little bit better because it's payment number 1 for $3,750. So we probably won't have the issue with this one.
Make a motion, we pay it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Now we have an invoice from Fryer for Griswold. Looks like the first invoice for $1,225. Services kick things off. ORFI's project meeting and got the basement floor.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, and now we have a bill for Hubbard from Fryer, $1,225. Initial payment.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We're done with that. Not that one,
Aye.
later on.
Aye. I was getting ahead of myself.
Slab moisture review.
Before we go on, I have the noise quote from Morgan Acoustics for the study behind Willard. So he has 3 options. One is daytime, which I think it has to be daytime and nighttime. He has daytime for a fee, daytime and nighttime, and then he can install a 24-hour recording instrument for, I think it was $5,400. So that was the highest end. So I'm looking for direction on what you guys want to do with that.
Well, look, if we do day and night, this is Mike. If we do day and night, you know we're gonna get a call from 3:38 in the morning, the guy waking up saying, yeah, I heard it last night. I mean, my feeling would be,
If we
put a
don't do
monitor
it.
on it for 24 hours and just let it ride.
Yeah, but what time of year?
Well, we're going to make sure the chiller is running,
Right.
and Doug doesn't want to force it, so hopefully we'll get some weather, hot weather, so the chiller's going. But one idea that
Will the chiller be wetting? It's only, the chiller's, or the noise is only gonna be when during cooling season, right? It's not gonna be on. in the
Correct.
winter. Okay. You sure about that?
Well, it's on. I actually asked Doug, I said, do you guys drain it and winterize it? He said, and Doug chime in on this, but it's actually operational all year round because it has glycol in the system, which I
It's
didn't.
not gonna kick
Yeah, it's not going to kick on in December, unless,
Also, windows closed. No one's gonna hear it.
Doug, would it
Send the
ever
guy
kick on
3:38
in the
morning,
winter?
Calls up and we'll have you go out. I'll call your.
I'll
end
open my
of it.
window, see if I hear it.
So where are they gonna set up this?
Probably-
At the property line?
Probably
it
at the
on
property
the
line,
line.
yeah.
That's just like doing seismic tests, you usually put it at the person's plane.
But that's gonna be,
Yeah.
right.
Well, I think the
It's
noise
still gonna be 50
ordinance,
feet from the guy's house.
the noise ordinance is at the residential property line. They want a specific dB level, a max,
All right.
you know, so I think it'll be the, perpendicular, probably the closest, which is that,
I
probably
was
that
gonna
guy.
say, is it
Yeah.
the closest?
It's pretty
The
close,
closest
yeah.
one versus
There's like
his.
2 lots right
Yeah.
behind it.
He's the one that's complaining.
Well,
So
someone else
let's-
called me. I think it's his neighbor, but he was the one that called
What's
me.
the
Like,
price difference between the day and night?
It was like
Uh,
4 and 58.
do you have the?
I don't have
Yeah,
it, but
yeah, I saw
it was like
somewhere.
4.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
400
thank
bucks.
God, Steve. So it's 4,600 for the daytime and nighttime attended measurements, and it's 5,400 for the 24-hour measurement. So it's $800 difference.
What are our sound attenuation options?
Um,
It's obviously gonna fail, so when it fails, what are?
Well, part of his proposal is to have recommendations. So let's see what the wording is. I think it said, the first page. He did say recommendation. Oh, there it is, yeah.
30-footers.
So,
One of the course of law.
and I also asked him to get, to talk to the complainants about when and, what they're hearing, when they're hearing it. So he's going to include in the scope, meeting with the neighbors or talking to them. He's going to take a look at the chiller and the barrier wall installation, measure the chiller noise prescribed for the code, determine whether it's a violation of the noise code, make recommendations to reduce chiller noise, which will probably be structural or whatever, however they do that. And then document findings and recommendations in a summary memo. So it's not just going to be noise readings and you're over the limit. This is what you can do. So that's in the
Is
price.
this the today's code or the code back when?
The noise ordinance that's in effect, that came into effect, I think it was
Recently.
2024. Yeah.
But this is grandfathered in now, right? This was built before the noise ordinance got passed.
I guess so, but,
More of a
It's
good
gonna
faith
lose
though.
that fight every day.
well, I think,
It's probably cheaper to put central air in the guy's house. Probably the cheapest way out.
yeah, but I think when he's out in his back deck in the summer, earplugs. And I think his wife has a home office and she's hearing it. I got the whole litany of things. So,
Here's the devil's advocate. We do this now though, and then the chiller shuts off. So we get 4 days, let's say, of.
It's gonna take
No,
a while to do.
Right, but I mean, the winter comes. And then we do something and pay some exorbitant fee to get something done. The spring comes up and he goes, it's not working. And we do the whole thing over again. Should we just wait till the freaking spring? When it's gonna be
You're
on
not
and it
gonna get any
continues?
answers till April.
What's that?
well,
You're not gonna
Doug,
get any real answers till April.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna get a
well,
solid answer.
we're not in the best season to do this,
Yeah.
But if we got one hot day, he could time it with the weather and make sure, and Doug could actually maybe trigger the chiller at night. I don't know.
That's one day, and if the wind is
Yeah, I don't
blowing
wanna try to
south,
force
we
it,
may
yeah.
not hear anything.
Yeah.
If the wind blows north, we may hear a lot. That's my point, is that should we just have the guy go out and delay this thing, so now it's November, and there's no chance the chiller's
Well-
going on, and say to the guy, we're gonna do it this spring, because you
Yeah,
won't hear the
just
chiller.
have the conversation with the property.
Yeah,
Oh,
owner.
and just have him,
Have-
so
have-
basically start by interviewing and then saying, hey,
Look,
Yeah.
this,
right,
yeah.
the noise is is going to go away, in a
but,
week or two.
we don't want, if we do a reading now, it's gonna
either pass or,
Yeah.
and, don't want to, make it seem like we're,
Yeah, I
ignoring
don't
their
wanna ignore the
complaint.
guy,
Right.
but let's have a valid
Also
test
want to
here.
do it as a valid
Let's send
test.
it our way.
Tom's getting
Right.
kind of great.
Those chiller manufacturers usually have good noise abatement programs available. So
Yeah.
someone should reach out to the chiller manufacturer and talk to them.
Oh, give us time to do that.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Oh,
that-
okay.
that's-
And then we can show, so with respect to his proposal, maybe hold off and
No, just slow walk the
We're not
process.
gonna go
so that
slow
way-
roll it?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that, and explain to the
Yeah.
customer.
Yeah.
We're not going to get a hot day
No,
for
I-
30 days. I just looked at the
Yeah,
forecast,
it's
it's 50s and
It's in
60s.
the 50s and
Yeah.
60s. The chiller shouldn't be on from
Yeah.
now the rest of the year.
Doug,
All
does-
the way through to late.
Does the sun load still trigger the chiller if it's colder outside? Like, I don't know, it's taking an ambient air, right?
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Plus, you want to wait till the leaves come back on the trees.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
So I think that you ought to just explain to them.
Okay,
This is what we're gonna do, so we give you a valid,
plan of action.
yes.
Yeah.
I would,
Okay.
in the interim, I would talk to the manufacturer about
Yeah, that's
any
a good
abatement
point.
programs that
Okay.
they have
Yep.
for sound.
Right.
And let's start looking into that because we know it's gonna fail. And
Yeah.
it's just a matter of what are the DB
What's the level?
levels
Right.
and then what we need to do. So I would start reaching out to them and seeing what they recommend for fixes. Because we have hard surfaces inside there because it's all block. And it may be as simple as putting some attenuation onto
Right.
the block face and keep it from bouncing back and forth and not going over the top.
Maybe in the meantime, the guy moves, the new people come in and then they have hearing problems, and don't hear it.
What?
Who knows?
What?
Mike,
Alright.
I can talk to you on that, Mike. The Daikin, it did come up in conversation that Daikin, the manufacturer, does offer, I believe, some additional sound attenuation options for the machine. And then, like the commissioner said, it may be best just to wait till the spring because we're trying to fake out the load right now. And we may not get the true readings.
Talk
Okay.
to Daikin, see what they have for options for that. And especially seeing what we already know our enclosure is block. And they may say, okay, here's what we do on block. And let's start looking into it and we could at least budget some costs for it for next year.
And if you get a warm day, it's going to be a
I have something
southerly
right
wind,
just
which
for
means
you.
that wind's going to be blowing away from
Right
it,
there.
right?
No.
All that
Towards them.
wind's coming
Yeah,
up.
he's to the south.
He's south of it.
He's south, so the wind's a southerly wind, so it's going to blow from him over the
What, over
chiller,
south?
over the shoulder, it's going to go away from him. So he's not going to hear it as much with that wind.
So he's saying we shouldn't be measuring the sound when the wind's blowing the wrong way. Are you with us on this?
Meeting better not to take. Disavowing, the wind blowing
It's blowing from the south to the north.
from the
Mm.
south.
Right.
I thought you meant
Yeah.
to the south.
So-
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Next issue.
Next issue,
so
right.
we're holding off on this.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
but
got it.
communicate with-
Berlin High School slab moisture.
Doug?
Brian Humes should have a proposal to us for the next meeting, ahead of the next meeting for review and consideration. And then also John Coca, he's got some more insight into the petro testing if we do or don't need it based on which architect is chosen. They did have an invoice to recap the last round of air testing prior to school opening. I just asked them to revise it because some of the reimbursables didn't add up on the invoice compared to what was billed out. So he's going to clean that up and resubmit it. So we'll have that before you next time. It was about
So,
$3,000.
this invoice that I have from him, we should ignore.
The old two are okay, but if there's one that has the TRC testing on it, then I mean, if you want to approve it based on him revising the invoice, the amount's not going to change. It was just some housekeeping on the language.
Invoice doesn't say, it just says review air testing report, coordinate air testing, post repairs, review send results, and the bill is for $1,468.75.
But it does reference TRC, floor air samples with TRC lady. Is that the one you were talking about, Doug?
Yeah, the old two invoices are fine, but I just got one this week that I don't think anyone else has seen yet. And John and I were just discussing it back and forth, and he's going to clean it up and resend it.
So this one's no good for now?
No, those are good. I didn't know. I think
okay.
those were from last meeting. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they actually sent this in, they tried to get it in for the last meeting, but they sent it in after the
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah, those two are from last meeting. Those are good to pay, but the new one, no
Well,
one's
it's
seen.
only one.
He's gonna clean it.
So
There's
I-
one of them.
This is for services through the end of August. So we're in October already, so. All right, so I have a bill from WJE for $1,468.75.
Make a motion to pay the bill.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. McGee Science Classroom upgrade status.
Still on hold
Okay,
for funding.
next. Move this meeting along.
For your hand.
No, pen, out of ink. Library roof replacement.
Well, town hall roof is ongoing. And the proposal from Jakunsky Humes, actually, Doug, you might want to talk through this one.
Yeah,
So we know what.
town hall's approved and ongoing. They're making some progress. We had a few issues this week after the rain and some housekeeping items we addressed with the owner. And then most recently tonight, the building official brought a couple concerns ahead. So spoke with the owner tonight. We're going to have an on-site meeting next week before they move any further.
Wait a minute, the owner, who's the owner?
Owner of the company.
Oh, the company.
Yep. So we're working on those issues, but they have, got quite a bit done and it looks nice, but there's a few open items we want to address before they move further. So as far as the library is part of the STEEP grant, which we're still waiting on some state paperwork, but that's ready to go to bid, hopefully, if not the end of this year, beginning of next year. And that'll be a 2026 project. And then as far as the MEP work, the MEP consultant was back on site today for the community center library, and they're trying to wrap up their bid documents by the end of this month and get them off to the architect so that we can hopefully get that out to bid as soon as we're cleared with the state to do that.
So what is this proposal? What I'm just got a little confused about what this pertains to, Doug.
From a year ago.
Yeah. Is this just
What are we looking at?
old news?
Which proposal are you talking about, Mike?
It was roofing related work. I guess I don't think this is actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's for the CA. So we're just trying to get
Right.
the CA approved for both the town hall and the library re-roofing. That wasn't approved previously. The CA portion for Jakunsky Humes for both projects.
We hired him.
Yeah.
We got everything.
He was hired up through bidding. He was not approved through CA, just up to bidding.
Well,
So
already got-
in his right. It's a little retro right now. So it's, town hall, if nothing else, we need that approval, but the library, we have some time to discuss further, but the council item and what was approved by the commission previously was through bidding. So we're just trying to get approval for Jakunsky Humes to do the CA portion of both the town hall re-roofing and the community center.
So what are we talking about? $3,800?
well, 38
3,800 and
plus
the
6760.
Well, we're not even approved to do this job yet. The library job, right?
No.
No.
So
Well,
we
this is-
can't approve that. But we can approve for the construction for phase 4 is $3,840. And we're talking about the $3,800.40.
Yeah, because
Correct.
Others all-
Just the town hall re-roofing CA at this point.
Yeah, so it's 30. So you need us to approve the construction administration piece for Jakunsky Humes for $3,840 for the town hall.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. But
I'll second that motion. All in favor? Okay, now,
well, their scope includes a pre-construction conference.
yeah, but
which-
that's all,
okay. All right. All right.
the force left a long time ago.
I know
I
that.
hope.
So should we get a credit for that?
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
Was he there? Was he there?
no, I don't think so. There was no pre-construction conference managed by Jakunsky Humes, right, Doug?
They were part of the kickoff. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't there. All right. Good. Okay. Good.
So he already did all that.
Okay, so this
All
one's
right.
done.
Okay, good. 9 air quality systems for the community center. I guess we need a status on the heat pumps.
Yeah, that's part of the design right now through Brian and his sub. They were outside again today and hope to have the bid documents wrapped up end of this month so we can go out to
Okay.
bid soon. One thing that did come up just for your consideration is we lost the compressor in the children's section of the library. It's a 25-ton compressor. It's original when the library was built. We have pricing back from Train. Our only concern is that the timing of this through the state with the grant, the lead time on the equipment, we may come back to you for consideration to take that system out of the project and do it direct. Still be a like for like in-kind replacement, but to do it on our own outside of bidding, just because we're afraid that if we follow the timeline, we may not have that AC system back online for the cooling season next season. And it's very critical. Right now we have porta-cools to get us through the last kind of shoulder season when it was a little warm a couple weeks ago, but there's no way that that building can sustain with only one system running.
Why don't we do it a little backwards, Doug? Why don't you go ahead, if you know it failed, go ahead and order the new one, and we'll just include the cost in the budget of the project. And we know we'll get it approved, and town can proceed with ordering and getting it coming. That's the one we'll assign to the job. Does that make
Sure.
sense, or that?
Yeah, we'll certainly bring you all the information. We have pricing back from Train. We're waiting for our on-call subs to give us a quote. We'll bring it to the commission for consideration, and then if you approve it, we'll take it to council. And we just, like you said, we take it out of the project. It's still the same money. It's got to get done no matter what. It's just more of a timing issue right now.
Yeah, so don't wait for us. Go ahead and
Yes.
order what you need and get it coming. And then, like I said, we'll carry the cost in the project, pull it out, and reallocate it internally to the town. That's all.
And if the project gets turned down.
It's already been, he had to do it anyway.
You gotta do it anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah, it was going to happen no matter what. Just I think because of the timing, if we put it through with the bid, it's going to there's a chance we won't be ready in time.
Yeah. Is there any upgrades that were going to come out of the bid process, or are you going to buy exactly what was specified?
Yeah, it's all in kind, like for like, the new Train equipment to retrofit what's there. Based on release of submittals and shops, we're 3 to 4 month lead time. So that's where the concern comes, that if we can get this released now and soon, we'd have it in time to do the work in the spring. If we follow the grant, it may not happen till middle, end of the summer, which we'd lose the whole cooling season.
Release it now, don't wait.
All right. Timberland Golf Course bunkers.
I'll take that one. The bonds were received from the contractor. The contract was signed, and I think there's a ribbon cutting. I don't know if it's tomorrow. Is it tomorrow?
No,
Yeah.
A ribbon cutting.
Well, it's for the project. I don't know if, I think
Dog-
is
dog-
it
called Dog
Chris?
and Pony Show.
Is it Chris who's doing that?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
It's an economic development,
A golden putter or something?
scissors or something.
Donna's going representing the golf.
Yeah.
So I'm going with her, so.
Mark's
So,
gonna be.
Yeah, they're gonna tee off with like one of those chalk golf balls that just goes in a
No,
boat.
that's
All
Yeah. I think there's that second hole,
All right, what's the next?
All right, next one, Timberland Bridges.
bridges, they're now focusing on this. So I got a call from Saul. We talked a little bit. Just to give you some background, there was an engineer involved in the beginning of this, and when they were looking at using LoCIP funding, and the engineer came in and recommended they use town funding because the permitting process was more onerous through the state fund. If you had the state funds, you had to go through DEEP, and I don't even know why you not have to go through DEEP, if you use town money, but I guess some towns do that. So what happened was the engineer we had a PO for that work. He came in and he said, listen, before I go, I want to give you the lay of the land. So then they backed off, didn't do any work, no design work was done from the engineer. So Saul's like, they want to go back and get an engineer involved now to do it the right way,
Why do
So-
you do that?
What?
Why do you?
Because it's in the PBC's purview right now, and I know you guys like the process,
Why do you have The architect,
What?
one day,
Well-
the architect.
Well, that's why I said,
I
Saul,
like that.
yeah, so I said, Saul, I'm gonna talk to you guys about this and just bring it. And the other thing too, that I was a little confused about was, what direction the golf commission wants to go in conceptually. They have some quotes from Atlas on precast concrete deck units, but they really have no scour, no hydraulic analysis on the abutments. They were just gonna basically come in and put blocks and put the deck on there and the railings. So those costs they're not real, And
So
then,
why don't we do it, Bart? So let's go back to the golf course architect. Let him review it, let him make recommendations on what we should do.
okay,
That's what he does for a living.
right,
Let's
This
see
is the
what-
same guy we hired to do the bunker.
Yeah.
Correct.
He knows all the permit
Yeah.
requirements for golf courses.
No,
Yeah. And then if he has to hire an engineering firm or maybe recommend,
You come back to us, look at it, put a proposal together, come back to us, and we release him to go ahead with the design.
Yeah.
And he owns it.
okay,
And then all we'll do is take whatever he comes back with and we'll get it out to bid.
And if he wants a consultant to design the footings and get the permits, he can do that.
Yeah.
It's all his-
The consultant. Okay.
Well,
That's what's required.
okay. So how far do you want this designer's scope to go?
I would get a price from him, or a change order, let's say, let's keep it even simpler. Get a change order for him to include all costs associated with the design,
Permitting.
permitting, and bidding for those bridges.
Okay,
How many ever there are.
they might have 6 left. They've been chopping off a couple here and
Well, the
there. By the
architect-
time we finish this, there might not be any
The
left.
architect will tell me, we not need 6.
Yeah. But, okay, so stop at bidding. That's basically, that
Yeah,
would
let's
be,
get the bidding, then from there we'll figure out.
okay, all right.
If there's any requirements that the town needs, he's got to follow the
Yeah.
state and local requirements.
And that's probably a good idea because in my mind, I'm like, do you want to go concrete, timber, a nice little metal truss, you know, like
He'll
they,
tell us the most
Right.
cost-effective way to go.
Yeah.
It'll be clean, you got a set of drawings,
Right.
everyone's happy.
Yeah.
And you got some sort of warranty and design on it.
He's got to
Right.
sell to the Wetlands Commission, he's got floodplain.
Gotta
Oh,
look at,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
dealing with
right.
Flood hazard.
oh yeah, that's, the permitting on this is not easy. And because it's in a
Yeah.
regulatory, I think it's in a regulatory floodway too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Less,
that
I mean,
Yeah.
that takes that whole committee out of play. It's straight up dealing with the golf course architect.
Well, he should work with the golf committee.
Oh, no, the golf commission he'll be working with them.
to
Yeah,
design it.
right.
They figure out whatever
Right.
they want, but it sort of takes any of their thought process of design out of the picture. You know, I got this guy, my buddy's friend.
Oh,
he's a
right,
bridge
okay,
guy,
yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know, Central's gonna build a wood bridge for us.
Right.
It look like Noah's Ark, it'd
Because
be
we
great.
built that 50 years ago, there was no flood.
Wasn't somebody supposed to donate it?
No, they did.
Let's stay out of all that.
It's in a parking lot.
Yeah, okay. All right. Very
Does that
good.
make sense though?
Yes, it does. And that actually will help because then he can take the golf commission through the various alternatives and say, hey, if you want a timber bridge, it's 100,000 a bridge. If it's concrete, it's 75,000. If it's a metal truss, beautiful,
Is that one, I just put in whatever we're gonna get back from the proposal, that we're anticipating a 50-year life on the bridge.
50 year.
Yeah. Does
Yeah.
that make sense to this group?
Well,
Yeah.
at least, yeah,
Well, the other ones
mean-
are 50.
yeah.
You can put 100 if you want, but then it's gonna look like the Brooklyn Bridge.
Hey, wait a minute, I was born there.
In the bridge or under it?
Close to it.
Oh,
So this will be a CO on top of the bunker assignment. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
It keeps it clean.
Yeah, all right, I like it.
But a lot of people died building this. We don't want that to happen.
Yeah, but that was because of the coffer dams and the caves and the bends and all that stuff, you know?
I remember that.
We don't have that issue.
Wow.
Now, my favorite.
Or we
subject,
shouldn't have that issue.
Next item.
Truck wash. I mean,
Oh,
the more, then
oh.
a bit there, Memorial Pool Complex, which I still don't know where it is.
Oh, yes, you do.
I don't think we should do anything till Tom knows what it is.
Okay.
Are you suggesting we should just
We
send the
need-
kids to the truck wash instead of putting the splash pad? I like that idea.
Splash pad. Imagine how much fun they'd have in a truck wash. Seriously.
This is being taped.
What do kids love? They're like, they don't like toys, they like cardboard
Big
boxes
toys,
and
big
lids
toys.
to pots and pans. Throw them in a truck wash.
Especially the car wash.
Yeah.
You're really thinking out of the box. Okay. So, splash pad. You may recall, we got a lot of bids,
Yeah.
right? The low baller stepped out. So now we have 3 legit, I mean, not legit, but more sort of reasonable proposals for
Qualified bids.
design.
Qualified.
Qualified bids, yeah. Not, yep, you got it, good. So, recommendations were to do scope reviews, right? So on the remaining 3 lowest bidders. So I need volunteers. And two members of the Parks and Rec Commission have, they're interested in attending the scope reviews as well. So I need a couple of people from this committee, then we can have Lisa coordinated. Okay, I've been sending a couple of emails here and there. You guys haven't responded, so.
Been away.
Yeah.
I've been away. I don't know about the rest
I've
of
been
you,
away.
John.
Yeah.
Bart's been away.
And seeing my
Oh,
wife,
that's true,
He's
yes.
having,
seeing my wife's on this committee for the park rec, I don't think I should.
Oh, you definitely.
I think-
Oh.
definitely need to be involved in this.
Well, is Donna she's one of the members? Oh, yeah,
I
okay, so
think
you're
you guys
recusing yourself.
are-
This will make dinner at home
Co-chair.
great.
Well,
Solve all the problems.
I think that's
Thank you.
So we have one no.
I could do it.
Tom, okay.
you're going.
Just, afternoon.
That depends what it is.
You're the chairman.
Well, I know, but.
You guys can schedule it at your
You
convenience.
should bring up your truck wash thing.
Run the kids through it.
We're trying to save money in the town.
Well, if we design actually the splash pad, we can use that as
a
alternate
truck
truck wash. There you go.
Maybe. I like that.
Wash the bottom.
Undercarriage,
Undercarriage
yeah.
wash.
Free labor, the kids.
Yeah, there you go.
All
All
right,
right, I'll.
Tom S and Tom R?
Mr. Who?
Okay,
Brilliant.
that's it?
Right on the
That's
rack.
it? Okay, so then when Lisa gets back next week, we'll coordinate with you two and the two from Parks and Rec and get it scheduled. Okay? And then we'll get the,
We've got a backup question. Getting back to the Florida school, any issues from the Board of Ed, any issues we're hearing back on any of that right now?
Doug? Did you hear the question?
I'm sorry, Don, can you say that again?
Any issues you're hearing back from the Board of Ed on what we've done so far for the slab at Berlin High School?
No, I personally haven't heard anything. I know they understand that, everybody's happy with the temporary repairs. They're looking forward to the, the next steps though, for sure. For hopefully something next summer, understanding this could be a phased project.
Oh, related to that,
Everybody's happy? Holy.
well, I know we're in meeting with Ashley all the time, and she would have told us too. Ashley Dorsey, related to that, going back to the slab question, Ryan was thinking was all going to get done in one season, and I said I think the way the PBC was talking about was phased over. So I just want to confirm that right now, so I can report back to him that yeah, it is okay. So it's going to be several years. That right now you don't know if it's going to be 2, 3, 4, whatever it's going to be.
Right, until we get to what they want to do.
The whole point
for
is,
fix, once we understand what they're going to
Okay.
do for product or
Right.
whatever,
Kind of speed
then,
it.
then, yeah.
That
then we
makes
can
Okay,
figure out the
right.
program.
Okay, all right. That's what I thought, and that's what I told him. What I said I'll confirm just to make sure with I was hearing correctly. Okay.
at least they're happy now. Old Jim's gratefully accepted.
Sorry.
Track, okay, go ahead.
No, sorry about that.
That's all right. Got anything?
I'm good.
Track replacement at Scoglio Field.
Borings are scheduled for early November, so at the November meeting, you'll get an update on that.
Sage Fork lighting upgrade. You should be about done. huh?
Yeah.
Doug?
Yeah, they just got going this week. Had a little delay coming up Monday. The big truck broke. So they had to kind of shift gears and start on a softball field. They got a couple poles done tonight. It looks great. They're trying to finish up the softball field based on the weather, hopefully next week, and then they'll shift back to the baseball field. So, but everything so far is fitting. Everything showed up. It's stored in the storage building, and everything's so far so good. And
Let us know when they're going to do the light test at night, like you'll see it.
yeah, can take a peek.
Up to my house, because when Sage is lit up for a football game, you see this glow.
Not anymore.
No,
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
wow. Oh.
I'm gonna be the tester. If I
Oh.
see that glow, I'm
Okay.
gonna race out.
You're gonna still see it.
Ceremonial
You saw
No,
it.
from my house.
light switch.
It's
Football
Light
field, you're
switch.
still gonna see it.
This
Maybe.
Facebook.
You could actually have a party, Tom, at your
Ribbon
house.
cutting.
Got a little rub-
Tire ribbon.
Could have ribbon cutting. Chris can run that.
Who gets the savings from the power now?
What do you mean, there's savings? The power, the rates went up. Probably gonna pay more.
Taxpayers will get
Yeah.
the savings, right?
Right.
Brilliant.
You, in your pocket.
You get $1.380 off your bill.
Get 3 cents back.
All right, new business. Nothing. Old business.
Patterson Wayside.
Yes.
We are finished supplying the Y. The last piece was getting a CAD file that was openable and usable, and that came in. We have it now. We've saved it on our end, and we sent that to the Y. Actually, I forwarded it to Ryan. Ryan sent it to the Y, and he just followed up with them, I think, this week on if they need something else or to set up a meeting with the Y. So right now they've gotten everything that I think that they asked for. So.
There's still a good chunk of money left in that fund.
Yep. And related to that, Ryan today requested a 2-year extension on the grant because it runs out December of this year. the end of this calendar year.
Oh, so we went after two. I thought
Well,
they were going after one.
No, the extensions were 2 years.
Oh,
We
they
got
were, okay.
two previous ones. So he requested that from the Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse or whatever it is. So DMHAS. I know the initials, but I don't know every, whatever. So that one, and we'll see what happens. And they got an update on what we've been doing this calendar year, which was the property survey, the geotechnical, the phase 1 environmental assessment, and I guess the CAD file, whatever. So anyway, so that's
Okay.
where we'll wait and see what happens if, they've been pretty agreeable in the past. Like they didn't really ask for a lot of information. They said, yeah, no problem, 2-year extension.
So what's the next step for the Y? They can proceed with their design.
Well, it's a meeting with, I guess the meeting with the town to say, yes, it looks good or whatever, I don't know.
There's a big chunk of this that town owed them information on, and we agreed we'd do it, and we've done it, and we've completed everything we need to do, except with the purchase of the land.
Right.
And then I think that we got
Oh.
that grant money to be used. for the purchase of the land.
I can add a little more.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, once that gets done, we're out of it. But somebody from the town, I'm assuming, I don't know who it would be, is gonna have to do inspections and
Well, the town,
approvals. Who's gonna sort of oversee that from the town standpoint?
well, the town side after that is to build the road,
Yeah,
clear the land, put
Mhm.
the bridge through the wetlands,
right.
and then there's gonna be, I think, 3 or 4 parcels we'll end up owning. And then what they do with those parcels, who knows?
Yeah.
So
But I
that,
mean, our involvement, we're not gonna be involved as a PBC.
I don't know.
I don't think we will.
Yeah.
You know,
Other
it'll
than,
be Jimmy or somebody else from.
the only
Well-
reason we're involved this far
Yeah.
is because the community center
Right.
is gonna go there.
Yeah.
We headed that up.
And it was nice having QA&M
Right.
to kind of run this stuff through because we had that contract that you guys actually said don't close.
Yeah.
So it's still open.
So they're
Well, I
gonna
just wanna make
subdivide
sure
it?
the handoff
They're
They're gonna
is.
subdivide it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can
We're-
talk to Ryan
we're gonna
about that
shut
too.
the
Like
line.
where does the
Yeah.
PBC involvement end?
Just don't wanna step on
Or
anybody's toes or assume that other people are doing something and have them go, no, I thought you were doing it.
Yeah.
So as long as we know who's doing it, that's okay by me.
and that could be a discussion with Ryan too. We could have him at another meeting and
Because
say,
we're not gonna own the building.
Yeah.
We're sort of out of it, so
No,
we
we're
shouldn't,
gonna own the land.
we're gonna own the land,
Well,
sort of.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So related to that, Jerry Robleski, who owns the 5.6 acre parcel that we want to run that this group wants to run the road
I
through,
wanted to shoot you.
shoot me, but then he came around. You know?
Find out you had money.
Yeah. So he met with Ryan. Yeah, he met with Ryan this week.
Okay.
And they're sitting there looking at it, and I think there's discussions underway.
Oh,
So
good.
about with that. So we'll see. And everyone understands that that would be nice to have, if anything happens on that parcel, to have the access out to Lower Lane.
Well, you
Yeah.
sort of have.
Yeah,
No, you do. Yeah. I mean, and Maureen from Planning and Zoning was in, and she had, so Ryan has asked her to look at this too. And there were discussions a year ago between the property owner, Jerry, and Jim Horrible and Jim Mahoney about this. And I think, I wasn't involved. They went into executive session at the town council, and I didn't even know about this until today. So there had been previous discussions on this parcel. And I don't know, I think maybe they said they're gonna hold off to see what happens with the community center site and project, you know?
who owns the land adjacent to Jerry? Before you get to,
I don't know.
Farmington Avenue? Like where the Mattabesset
We
River
got the
goes.
cow farm, it's Sinowitz's
Yeah,
farm,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then I think Cherry owns down to the river, close to the river.
Who owns, yeah,
That's floodplain and swamp, that's all that is.
yeah, but who owns the floodplain?
I think he does.
Jerry?
Yeah.
Still, so he owns all the way through until
Right.
it got to the
There's
Jerry farm.
There's almost 5 acres.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
no, I think it's 5.6 acres.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yeah, no, oh yeah, I
didn't know
thought
if
there was another
somebody
lot.
else that just,
No, it goes.
The town of Berlin
so-
owned it or
So
something.
we'll
or the
take
state.
over all that land we purchased.
Well, that's what he wants. He wants to sell the whole piece. He also wants to move, he wants a lot line shift to have more of a buffer from his driveway to because he knows about the road. He understands that there'll be an access road someday if things happen on the site. So he wanted a little more cushion. And then when I was talking to him, well, with
Can't have
Cole.
that much cushion, we need to be able to bridge over the river.
No, I know that. No, but he said a maximum of, was it 50 feet? Yeah,
Told him 50.
50, but I think if you could probably, if the road was being pushed too far up into the wet areas, you could do 25 and put a nice evergreen screen or whatever.
The only
Yeah.
thing is just adds more mitigation, the more we kick
The-
it. So-
But yeah, so I think maybe, well, he said, because I wanted a number because I wanted to make sure that Cole knew where to do that boring, you know, because I didn't want it right next to his driveway. They actually, yeah. So anyway, no, the boring, one of the borings was done on his property, which it was meant to be out in the road, but the overhead wires, whatever, so it was shifted in, and then that's when he called me up, and now he has a copy of the geotech report, because I'm like, yep, you're gonna get a copy of that, you're involved. It's all open source anyway, I mean, it's all freedom of information. So that's where that stands.
Alright.
So we'll see where it goes.
High school closeout?
Nothing.
Tom, you're up.
When's our next meeting? Is there anything? Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Sorry about the confusion. Lisa does so much. I didn't realize how much. You know, it's funny when someone is not around. You realize how much they do that you didn't. You don't really recognize it until you have to freaking do it.
Take it all for granted.
Oh, wait for granted. Yeah.